Katie. Welcome back. I'm sorry about the barking. It's my little baby 6-pound chihuahua named Cannoli. His name is tattooed on my wrist, but he is a chihuahua and he barks, so I apologize. We are here to listen to and react to Dua Lipa's brand new album, Radical Optimism. Couple of prefaces, I will try to keep them brief. I am a Taylor Swift stan, a day one Taylor fan. That is my bread and butter. That is like the core of my being and all of my life experiences. But I am just a big music fan in general, big pop music fan. My relationship with Dua is, I like the Future Nostalgia album a lot. It's right up there. Listened to it a lot during 2020. I have been lucky enough to go to see her live. I went to that tour because of a friend that I have who actually works for the same record label as Dua and like works kind of closely with Dua and is an icon in and of herself. And so I really like Dua Lipa. I'm not that familiar with all her other works. I think she's a cool person. I think she's beautiful. I like her songs. That's really all there is. I loved that album a lot and several of her other singles. This is the new album. It only has 11 songs and it just came out yesterday. Okay, so I don't know much about this. I have not listened to Houdini. Well, I think I've heard part of it. I try my best to like avoid singles when I know that I'm gonna wanna be reacting to an album, but I have heard like little clips of Houdini. And just a little secret between me and you, the internet, is that my friend who works closely with Dua was telling me about this album like last summer and even like played me a few little snippets just to get the vibe. So from what I know, I think it's pretty electric-y and dancey, which like is Dua, but I feel like I remember her saying it's coming a little bit further away from some of the pop. I don't know, it's gonna feel more electric, less pop. Some people probably don't see the difference. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm gonna fall in love with this right away. I don't know if I'm gonna like it at all. Like, I don't know. We're just keeping it super real. So let's start off. Track one is called End of an Era. Looks like Dua Lipa is listed on the writing credits of all of these songs. She's not listed as a producer for any of these. Like there's one later where I see Julia Michaels as a writer. That's the only other writer that I recognize just looking at this list. So we'll get there. That song is Anything for Love. It's like the third to last track. Okay, End of an Era. Here we go. That feels very Dua. 1, 2, 3. Love a count.
What's it about a kiss that makes you feel like this? Makes me an optimist.
I love her voice.
Cause when I see your face, the sweetest pleasure, I feel like we're gonna be together.
I liked that. I like some of the production that I'm hearing. Let's go to Genius. The about the song says it's where she proclaims herself to be a hopeless romantic who thinks that her new love interest might be the one and that this connection could mark the end of her single era. She lets go of all of her doubt and chooses to just like to go with what she's feeling about that first kiss and all of that. Okay, it's catchy, it's fun, it feels very Dua so far.
No more, you're not my type. No more, at least I tried. Done with the lonely nights, I guess. Cause when I see your face, the sweetest pleasure.
It's a little bit different, right?
I feel
It's
like we're gonna be together. In the clouds there she goes, butterflies let them flow. Another girl falls in love, another girl leaves the club.
I feel like key change coming. Okay, let's read some of those. I liked the second verse. No more, you're not my type. No more, at least I tried. Done with the lonely nights, I guess. I like the way she says, I guess, because again, it's this like radical optimism, like going into this potential relationship. One chapter might be done. God knows I had some fun. Now a new one has just begun. I like that because it's like, sometimes your single time can feel excruciating For context, I am in a relationship. I've been in one for 3 years, and it's healthy and it's happy and it's good. But you know, I've definitely bounced around and like had long relationships and then had periods of being single. And in the moment it can feel like, but then it is like fun when you look back at it. I don't know. And then let's see here. In the clouds, there she goes. Butterflies, let them flow. Another girl falls in love. Another girl leaves the club. Okay.
Here she goes again. The sweetest pleasure. I feel like we're gonna be together. Another girl falls in love. Another girl leaves the club.
I like that. That was a cute, like good starting track. I really love her voice. I feel like she is one of, well, I don't know, maybe there's a lot more examples. I just am not thinking of them right now. But she's one of those like British artists who you can totally hear her accent when she sings. And I think sometimes, I don't know, I just remember like the Spice Girls, for example, my literal childhood, they would like sing in an American accent. And I remember my older brother would be like, do you know why they do that? Because, or like he would just tell me like, because they're just singing in an American accent. Like it's like, I remember thinking as a kid that like, oh, an accent disappears when you sing. I don't know. That was like a narrative that like I thought for a while, but it's not necessarily true. Also, Dua has just such a unique voice to me. A lot of artists do. Not even unique, like it's so different, but it's just so distinctly her. It's like a little bit deep and like really just smooth and really nice. Okay, track 2 is Houdini, which is like was that first single. So I know I've heard a little bit of it. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Yeah, I've heard this.
Catch me or I go Houdini. I come and I go. Time is passing like a solar eclipse. See you watching and you blow me a kiss. They say I come and I go. Tell me all the ways you need me. I'm not here for long. Catch me or I go Houdini. Baby, you could be the one to make me stay. Everything you say is sounding so sweet. They say I come and I go. Tell me all the ways you need me. I'm not here for long.
So what I'm gathering is like this song is just kind of about a girl who doesn't always commit or maybe is not in her era of being in a relationship, but she's like, can you catch me? Like I might go, I'm Houdini. Also, it says that she released this song on the date of Harry Houdini's death, which is kind of cool. I love stuff like that. Swifties love stuff like that. This is cute, this is fine, this is fun. I have heard this now that I'm like listening to it. But I've like not actively listened when I've heard it, I feel like. Is that like a distorted electric guitar? Or just a synthetic sound? Okay, fun. Not much to say really in general yet. We're just still soaking up the whole thing, soaking up the vibes. Track 3 is Training Season. Again, it's just such like a Dua. Are you someone I can give my heart to or just the poison that I'm drawn to? It can be hard to tell the difference late at night. I remember hearing interviews and stuff of Dua describing herself as like, now I can't think of the other word. She calls it like dance heartbreak. No, not dance heartbreak, but something like that. Just that like all of her songs are like dancey songs. No matter if it's like a sad song, a happy song, a whatever song, a sexy song, it's like dancey. And like that's continuing here for sure. She was gonna say it's over. Training season's over. I like that. Okay, let's read the chorus. Need someone to hold me close deeper than I've ever known, whose love feels like a rodeo, knows just how to take control. When I'm vulnerable, he's talking straight to my soul. Conversation overload got me feeling vertigo. And then the post chorus, are you somebody who can go there? Because I don't want to have to show ya. If that ain't you, then let me know, yeah, because training season's over. I kind of love that. I feel like that's like a grown up, like a grown woman being like, that's for like teenage, young 20s years, like training season's over. You better know what you're doing, or simply this is not gonna be a thing, you know? Oh, Scholastic book order email, sorry. This one's fun. I like that one. That one was my favorite so far. I like the bridge and all the like sports lyrics of it all. The can you compete? Now is your time. Run when you hear the whistle blow. Are you on my team or stuck on the sidelines? Waiting for someone to tell you to go. For someone to tell you to go. You should know. And then she dives back in. I like that one. Super fun. Okay, track 4 is called These Walls. It is explicit. I have heard rumblings of this one on the internet. Just a little bit. Again, I try to avoid really any reviews or anything before I listen because I just want to soak it all in like on its own. But I've heard people say this is their favorite one. So I wonder if this will be a little bit ballady. Maybe not. So far, these have been upbeat and like electric-ish, like I said at the beginning, but they also don't feel like that much of a departure to me from like the stuff on Future Nostalgia. These Walls. Ooh. It's kind of ballad-like. Or aww. Let's be reading. I was not expecting that. They would tell us to break up. So it's like we're lying to ourselves kind of vibe. Okay, maybe we should switch careers because baby, you know no one beats our poker faces. And when the night ends up in tears, wake up and we blame it on being wasted. This love is fading, so much we're not saying. Wow. But if these walls could talk, they'd say enough. They'd say give up. If these walls could talk, they'd say you know. They'd say you're. I didn't hear her say that, but that makes sense with the explicit mark. It's not supposed to hurt this much. Oh, if these walls could talk, they'd tell us to break up. Okay, I like that this has kind of a floaty, optimistic, pardon the pun, like kind of happy sound to it, but it's like being so for real. It's like almost like a sugar-coated, which feels like maybe that's how they are being in the relationship. like not real with themselves and sugarcoating things like, oh, it was just the alcohol or it was just whatever. So the song kind of sounds like the production and the actual instruments, but then the words are being a lot more direct, and I like that. Sounds so happy. Like even that you're effed. So just like, you're effed. Like, that reminds me of my favorite movie, 10 Things I Hate About You. The scene where he's like, we're screwed. And he's like, no, say it with optimism. Or I don't know if he uses that word, but he goes, we are screwed.
We are screwed.
Hey, I don't want to hear that defeatist attitude. I want to hear you upbeat.
We are screwed.
There you go.
Track 5. The track 5 of it all is Whatcha Doing, which I can't help but say like that. Let's go ahead and start it. I really liked these walls. That was my favorite so far. Oh. Okay, it's kind of like spacey, space vibes, like Future Nostalgia.
After midnight,
Oh,
me and my thoughts alone.
me and my thoughts alone.
There's a part of me that wants to steal your heart, and a part that tells me don't.
Huh.
'Cause I'm no good at giving up control. That I might find something wrong, 'cause I'm worried that I won't. But if control is my religion, then I'm headed for collision. Lost my tiny vision. Please, what you doing to me, baby? I'm scared to death that you might be the one to change me. You're in my head now, you're clouding my decisions. Oh, what you doing in the future?
Hello, Future Nostalgia. That's not what she's saying, but okay, I liked that. I like where she says, there's a part of me that wants to steal your heart, but a part of me that says, don't. I'm not good at giving up control. I like this part. Are you worried I might find something wrong? Because I'm worried that I won't. If control is my religion, then I'm heading for collision. Lost my 2020 vision. Sorry to make everything about Taylor Swift, but that's what we do around here. This slope is treacherous, but I like it. What you doing to me, baby? I like it.
But if control is my religion, then I'm heading for collision. Lost my tiny vision. Please, what you doing to me, baby?
Oh, I like this one.
What you doing to me, baby?
I like that one a lot. That was super fun. Track 6 is called French Exit. What is a French exit? I know about an Irish exit. So is a French exit like the opposite of that? That's what my brain is telling me. Ooh, the drums. The music sounds different here. I like this. Oh, and a guitar? Okay, so whatever I said at the beginning, like run it back. So far I'm not hearing like an abundance of like electronic. I don't know, it's like the normal Dua amount, but this one, we have drums and guitar so far. Oh, I like this.
I don't wanna stay till the lights come on. I just can't relate to the words of this love song.
Huh.
Everybody's still dancing. Everybody's holding hands and romancing. Someone's gotta be the last one standing. And I hate that I'm leaving you hit the road. It's not a broken heart if I don't break it. And I really hope you'll understand it. Only way to go is a French exit.
Okay, so it sounds like a French exit is in fact like an Irish exit where you just leave without saying anything. Okay, I find it interesting that she seems to be going back and forth between like, I'm falling in love and I love this, I'm leaving you. It's just an interesting juxtaposition. It says this muses on leaving a relationship without verbally breaking things off. So ghosting, French exit, a more chic way to say ghosting. Yes, often known in today's lexicon as ghosting. The song uses French exit, which is filer, I can't speak French, filer à l'anglaise, which is leaving in the English way, is what that translates to. Both of which mean to leave without saying goodbye. The fact that these countries are historically rivals and use the same expression serves as a reminder that relationships are always a two-way street and a matter of perspective. Sonically, I'm into this one. Oh, she says it right there.
Maybe
Got
some
it.
way will make it make sense, but I gotta hit the road. Yeah, I gotta hit the road.
It's like walking away.
If I don't break it, goodbye doesn't hurt if I don't say it. And I really hope you'll understand it. Only way to go is a French exit. And you know I'm right.
You know I'm right.
It's better to do this than say goodbye.
Huh.
And the only fix is time. And a lonely night. It's not a broken heart if I don't break it. French exit, French exit.
Okay, I liked that one a lot too. Those last three were like boom, boom, boom for me. Track 7 is Illusion. And I believe she put this one out as a single too, right? After Houdini. So yeah, I had heard Houdini, but Illusion I definitely don't think I've heard at all. Let's just listen. Fresh eyes, fresh ears. Let's go. Illusion also
I've
is,
been known to miss a red flag.
I was just gonna say Illusion is also giving like the magic Houdini kind of vibes, but okay, I've been known to miss a red flag. Yes, yes. Relatable.
I've been known to put my lover on a pedestal.
Oh, gosh,
In
yeah.
the end, those things just don't last. And it's time I take my rose-colored glasses off. I already know your type, telling me the things I like. Trying to make me ask for life, taking me for a ride. I already know your type, they can play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance all night? Ooh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing.
Such a Dua Lipa song.
It's amusing. You think I'm beautiful forever.
Oh, she said that for so long.
Was
I like
a time when that shit might have worked. Now I'm grown, I know what I deserve. I still like dancing with the lessons I already learned.
I have to pause and read that second verse. Was a time when that might have worked. Was a time when I threw a match and let it burn. Like when I just threw a match and let it burn. Now I'm grown, I know what I deserve. I still like dancing with the lessons I already learned. Yes! This is giving training season. She carries it so much longer than I would expect. Voice sounds liked that one a lot. I'm really glad I didn't listen to that beforehand. See, that's why I just like to save the singles. I don't want a single. I just want the whole album as a present. I think that's like a hot take, or like an unpopular opinion. But I like just getting the whole album. Next track is called Falling Forever. Right? Falling Forever. Okay, here we go. Okay, vocals. Okay. All right.
Are you good at holding on? I know the mind is quick to throw away the moment. Where this takes us, baby, I don't wanna know yet. I don't believe that every flame has to get colder. I hope the feelings that you give me carry over till tomorrow and beyond.
Yeah. I love the holding of the note.
Just keep getting better. Can we keep falling forever?
Ooh, a little rasp.
Like this together. Can we keep falling forever?
Okay, the verse was like kind of boring me a little bit, just kind of sounding like very like, yeah, we've heard this before, but I really like that chorus and her voice sounds incredible.
It's impossible to measure, but it feels right where we are. I'm falling deep and beyond. Can we keep falling forever? I wanna know, can you ride through any storm?
Right through any
Can you
storm.
ride from night till dawn, till tomorrow and beyond?
Okay, I liked that one a lot too. I'm really liking this album so far. I don't know, I think part of me was expecting like maybe not to, but I'm down. I'm into it. And I like Falling Forever, like it's like a very simple yet real question and like kind of coded with like sadness in a way. Like, how long is this part gonna last? Like, can we just keep falling forever? I don't know. I like that. Okay, track 9 is Anything for Love, and this is the one that has Julia Michaels also as a songwriter, like songwriting credit. Love her. Anything for Love. Okay. Laughter. I love a laughter from the studio session.
Well, Daddy eats salted licorice.
Salted licorice. Girl.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's put it down.
Oh, piano. This is like our first piano moment, right?
And I'm not interested
Wow.
in a love that gives up so easily. I want a love that's set on keeping me.
Yes.
When it hurts, we don't even think to cut it off.
I like that.
And I'm not interested in a heart that doesn't beat for me. I want a mind that meets me equally. When it's hard, it will never feel like it's too much.
She's gonna.
Remember when we used to do anything for love?
Okay.
We're all so scared of forever, and no one promises always. We're not perfect together. That means we gotta part ways. Remember when we used to do anything for love?
Wow. I love this.
We're all terrified of heartbreak. Run at first signs of problems. Make it look way too easy. We all got too many options. Remember when we
Amen.
used to do anything for love?
Wow.
But I'm not interested in a love that gives up so easily. I want a love that's set on keeping me. When it hurts, we don't even think to
that was my favorite, and I needed that to be longer. When it hurts, we don't even think to cut it off. I really like that. The concept of like, these days, you know, people just buy a new one. They don't like fix the things that are theirs. They just toss it and get a new one. And like, that song has been very relatable to me over the years. So I really liked that. That was like my favorite, literally. Okay, track 10 is called Maria. Who is Maria, girl? Oh. Do I hear a little Spanish influence, or my...
I've had love, but his is the deepest. Yeah.
His is the deepest, okay?
Says he'll never leave, he means it too, yeah. Ooh, I owe it to you.
Well, then who's Maria? Oh.
He was cold, and now he's the sweetest, yeah. 'Cause he knows how much there is to lose, yeah. Ooh, I owe it to you. Ooh,
Is this like the ex?
ooh, I owe it to you. Maria, I know you're gone, but I feel ya.
Wow.
When we're alone, even when I'm here in his arms, I know you're somewhere in his heart. Maria,
Yes. I feel you when we're alone, even though I'm in his arms. I know you're somewhere here in his heart.
I know you're somewhere in his heart. When love comes young, you take it for granted.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. Now he knows certain things you can't undo. No. Ooh, I owe it to you. Deepest of faith always comes from a cause. Now he is everything I'd ever want. I wanna thank you for all that you've done, oh Maria. I know you're gone, but I feel ya.
Like a whistle of some kind of flute.
Never thought I could feel this way. Grateful for all the love you gave. Here's to the lovers that make you change. Maria, 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 Maria. I know you're gone, but I feel ya.
I like that one. It's super fun. And okay, to all the girls you've loved before.
All of the girls you loved before made you the one I've fallen for.
I wonder if Maria is just like a random name that she chose, or if that is in fact one of her boyfriends or ex-boyfriends or somebody's ex. Last track on the album is called Happy For You. I did watch Dua Lipa on the Zach Sang Show podcast, and if I remember correctly, and it makes sense with this title track, Happy For You is supposed to be like when you've come on the other side of this relationship. She has sung about like the happy and the not happy, like the up and the down, the breakup, the breakdown, the part where you started. She's sung about like all of it on this album, but Happy For You is when you're on the other side and you truly are happy for the person who has like moved on or what have you. So Happy For You. Birds. It's like ethereal.
Late on a Tuesday, I saw your picture. You were so happy, I could just tell.
Aww.
She's really pretty, I think she's a model. Baby, together, you look hot as hell.
Oh my gosh. This is so
I
nice.
didn't even want to cry. What is this feeling?
What is this feeling?
Couldn't believe it, had to ask myself why.
Interesting.
I must have loved you more than I ever knew. 'Cause I'm happy for you.
Oh wow, that's so cute. I must have loved you more than I ever knew because I'm happy for you. That is so sweet. Can't say I've ever really been in these shoes, but it's not all about me here.
And looking back now, I hope you see it. Even the hard parts
kind of no real bridge on that song. Genius is saying that the like you, I'm happy for you part was a bridge, but I still like, that's fine. I'm not saying a song has to have a bridge. I'm just a fan of bridges, but I loved that song. And instead of having like a bridge when we still had a lot of time left, there was just like a really pretty outro and that music, and then going back to like those birds chirping. You guys, I really liked that album. I'm like very pleased with it. I have to be so for real. When I started, I was kind of anticipating being a little underwhelmed, and like maybe that helped with my expectations. I didn't really say that up front. I don't know, maybe because I was, no pun intended, just trying to be, not even trying to be optimistic. I just didn't want to be negative. And also I didn't really have a reason to think that. I had just kind of heard like one thing from a friend of mine who I saw on Instagram was like, it all sounds the same. Like, God bless, everyone's entitled to their opinion, blah, blah, blah. But I had heard that. And then, yeah, my friend who works for this music label had been like, it's different for her. Like, it's kind of, I don't know. But for me, it didn't feel that different for her. And I really liked it. And actually, Houdini was probably my least favorite song, which is funny that that was like the first single or whatever. I liked Illusion a lot, which again, I'm pretty sure she put out as a second single. Let me run that as a little quick fact check. Yeah, she put it out on April 11th. So just like a little bit before the actual album came out. But I really liked that a lot. I liked These Walls. I liked pretty much everything, like the first two, even the first one. I don't know, I liked it. No real notes. Like, I don't know that I think it's gonna be in my top albums of the year because there are so many albums this year. And like, hello, Tortured Poets exists. Sorry, all roads lead to Taylor. But I liked it. I immediately want to re-listen. It was like upbeat, dancey, fun. Big fan. Big fan, guys. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to listen to or react to. I was debating doing Girl in Red. She put an album out a few weeks ago. And then I plan to do Gracie Abrams' upcoming album, Billie Eilish, probably. And then I have already filmed Cowboy Carter. I think I'm just gonna put Dua out first. And then I'm gonna do Casey Musgraves and Ariana. These are my plans, my best laid plans, but I am a teacher with a full-time job, so. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. Love you, love you, love you. By the way, if that was confusing, teaching is my full-time job. I am a teacher. And yes, it's almost summer, but I teach summer school and other things. Nobody cares. Love you. Talk to me in the comments and subscribe if you haven't already.